Hello everyone, I'm Matteo from YouBeat, here with Bedouin. One of the two, we say hi to Rami because not feeling well, and I'm super excited, super happy and proud to welcome you here and to have a chance to have a chat because we as media, we as blog are in love with your sound. And you also kind of gifted us the direction of our, music editorial selections. Yeah. The very first question we have, since you, Tamir, grew up surrounded by Bedouins, and Rami learned the guitar before rock world and then shifted to electronic, what was the connection between cultures with the Middle East, especially, that started, your music direction?
So basically, Rami is originally from Egypt, and I'm originally from Jordan. And the desert between both countries, the people that live there, the natives, are the Bedouins. So that's one. Second of all, both of us. I mean, I grew up in Jordan. Rami grew up in the U.S. So, but Rami grew up around his family, who exposed him to Middle Eastern music from a very young age, and I grew up surrounded by it. So I feel that then me moving to the US in 97 at a very young age and then growing up there, I kind of had the best of two worlds, Middle Eastern world and then the Western world in the US. So my musical education was a combination of both. And then meeting Rami, who had a bit of the invert color of he grew up in the US and then he kind of got exposed to Middle Eastern music a little bit later in life. So that combination triggered a lot of musical excitement between us. And to be honest with you, the sound was never planned or contrived, it just naturally, organically happened, due to our background and growing up in.
It's like came out, just
It was natural.
explode.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. And explode in Temple of Dreams, your
Yes.
album that was like 10 years of working. It's a real manifesto, we say in Italian also, of your direction, kind of passion, and also values, I think. There are also some good collaborations. I would like to ask you, how did you choose the collaborators, and what was the most difficult track to produce? In our opinion, in my personal opinion, I'm definitely in love with Tijuana and Flore Chico. My favorite too.
Thank you. Well, it's a very good question. The collaborators, they all happened in many different ways. For example, Flores Chico, he's one of the main guys of Gypsy Kings. And Rami and I both grew up listening to Gypsy Kings. So, and then Rami met him sometime randomly in Miami, and then everything just happened by chance, like just being at the right place at the right time. Tijuana is a cover of one of my favorite songs and one of my favorite artists, J.J. Cale.
Okay. And it was around for a little bit. There were a lot of EDs and spoilers on socials.
Yeah, we take our time with music usually. We only would like to put music out to the world that we are very 100% happy with.
Yeah.
And usually that happens when you take your time with the music and have it connect with people first and then put it out to the world.
Of course, of course.
So I think the album was, just like you said, a manifesto of that, which is being patient and taking our time to develop something that we felt is the listening experience that we want to provide. And it's a little bit different from what we play in clubs or in festivals, but that's why we did remixes that are going to come out very soon.
That's great.
So we have a whole list of remixes that transform the album into festival stages, from Vintage Culture, Damien Lazarus, Cats and Dogs, Made by Pete.
Wow.
So they're all going to come out. Robin M, yeah, they're all coming out very soon.
Cool. And Robin M is a name we discovered through Human by Default, your label. In fact, my next question is about the talents and the next releases you are going to do. If you would like to point out some good talents to put an ear on it, because we always look for new talents, and thanks to Human by Default, we would discover new ones.
Very happy to hear that. It's one of my favorite things to discover new talents and try to support and push them in any way we can possibly do that. And I would certainly say Nandu, Santiago Garcia, Robin Am, Capoon, Saraga. I don't want to forget anybody, but like those are some of the very I bet on them.
I would also say Dumbing Dum,
Dumbing
Italian,
Dum,
right?
yes, he's an Italian
So,
artist. He's
yeah,
brilliant.
exactly.
He's our latest release on the label.
Exactly.
I would say all of them are tried and tested. Every track and every artist we sign, there's a purpose for it. Nothing is done randomly.
There is always a plan, the path to start together. Cool.
We feel that all these artists have a very amazing future. Yeah.
Now we just talk a little bit about the Bedouin Saga, because this is a very strong idea and concept, and also opportunity as residency, also to bring your kind of word not only in Ibiza, where we know that you are a resident, but all over the world, since we know that you did it in US, in different cities like New York and LA. Would the saga be in the desert in the next future?
The desert, as in Burning Man. Well,
Or in another, a desert?
it's very possible. I mean, we've done Petra for Cercle, which is totally different. But if we find the right desert, then maybe we can do it. Yes.
You mentioned Petra. That's one of my favorite songs ever. And I discovered you, Bedouin, through your Cercle set in Petra. It was, game changing for me.
It was a surreal experience to be able to do what we did in Petra and for them to close the whole site, which is a UNESCO heritage site. For us to do that was a dream come true. Yeah. And we thank everybody involved in that. It was one of the most special things we've ever done, personally and career-wise.
Also because of your roots, of course, because of the Jordan roots. Great. Super great.
And I just had a daughter, and her name is Petra. So,
Really?
yes.
Congrats, man. Super happy. Petra. So say hi to Petra. Cool. So thank you so much for your time. We will enjoy your set, of course, at Tomorrowland Terra Solis stage. And thank you again, and we hope to see you soon in Italy and around the world.
Certainly.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
man.
man.
That was great. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it. Certainly.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
man.
man.
Thank
That
you.
was great. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it.